Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Bedford show. I've been looking forward to this. It's always such a relaxed stream. So, yeah, we are here, and I'm not alone. So, don't think I'm on my own. I've got DS Models and Vintage here. So, oh, I've just removed you. There you go.
Hello, everybody. And I'm going to have to cut you loose so I can go and answer the phone. So I'll be back in a minute. All right.
Yeah, so, oh, there you go. Yeah, no, so, yeah, a bit's happened. So let me go start with the chat first, and then I'll show you some progress. So, obviously, we're not going to do the chat individually, but you've got Steve131 in here saying hello to people. Gillian's in. Hi, Gillian. Darth, hello, Darth. Marie. Geordie Dave, Yorkshire Crafter. Danno Builds. Good luck with your build. Thank you very much. And we've got, who else we got? Ian. Very good evening, everyone. So, hi, Ian.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And then, yeah, Ian saying hi to Alex. Yep, hello. Peter Webster's in saying hi.
Hi, Peter.
And that's it. A lot of hellos and goodbyes and no, hellos. We've only just started. Yeah, so we are here again with Bedford. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, this build, for me anyway. But being my second I've done, I wanted to make sure it was right. And I gave you an update last week of the paint that all ran and reacted on the back cab. Mortified. However, I'm just going to go straight in with it. I'll have an update on that.
Well, I'll bring you up solo then.
Thank you.
There you go.
I've managed to get a decent coat on there. Adjust the cameras and get some good light, maybe. It's really bright. There you go. So, yeah, I've managed to get an okay coat on there. You can still tell in a way in some places, but I think considering, I think that's good enough, especially for a second attempt.
Yeah.
It's come out all right. So, there's a little bit of a hair in there. There you go. It's gone. And then this afternoon,
ta-da! Wow.
I've got some decals on one side.
Fantastic.
See what it looked like.
They look absolutely fantastic.
So, yeah, I had a bit of a heart attack because I messed this one up because I did this one. It was all good. Then I went down and worked on these. This yellow one was giving me a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Eventually, I got around to then that one worked, but then I realised I'd knocked this one with my hand, and it had folded in half and went upside down. Just the worst nightmare ever. And I was like, no. So I was there getting it really wet. I managed to straighten it without ripping anything.
Yeah.
So I think that looks good. So yeah, that's how it's going to look. Now the joy with this kit is you can actually have two different. You get the decals for two different ones. You've got the Brook and Sons livery, which is what I've gone for because it's the one that's on the front of the box.
Yeah.
And I liked it. As soon as I saw the front of the box, I liked the model as it was. So I thought I'm going to stick with that one.
Yeah.
So you've got decal placement here. So that's what we've done. So I think that we'll all agree that pretty much they're still a bit wet. So it's a bit crinkly. I only did it earlier, probably an hour ago. But yeah, I've got that one on.
Perfect.
But if we turn the page, you can also do a livery for the North Worcestershire garage as well, which is also a nice one. But you get decals for both, depending on what you want to do with it.
Yeah, do you know, thinking about it, I think I might do mine in that one. And only because of my diorama that I was thinking of, Vauxhall Garage. and Vauxhall Bedford dealers. So I think I might go for that one.
That'd be great, because also I can see what it would have looked like if I had chosen that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then if it was better, I'll be like, oh, I should have done that. No, that'd be interesting to see.
It'll be me saying, no, I should have done your one.
We'll have to swap. No, I don't want mine. It's been through the mill a bit, but no, I'm pleased with how that's come out.
No, it's fantastic. You've done really, really well.
So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm not doing any more to this, and I'm actually gonna. In a minute, I'm going to put this away out of my reach because it is still dry, and I did it about an hour ago. I mean, it's dry to the touch, but that's still a bit crinkly.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah,
I think that should straighten up overnight.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, on tonight's show, I did a bit of gluing this morning. I did some priming yesterday and gluing this morning. So this is the rear axle. Which actually come off now. That's all been glued, so I need to be painting this tonight. I've added more details on the chassis.
Yeah, smashing.
So I've just done a few bits there. There's all the grey bits you can see on there. So I'm going to be painting them all black.
Yeah.
Apart from the ends, I think I might do the ends of these silver, perhaps. Or I might not. I might just paint the whole lot black. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a one of them chrome pens. I might actually touch up like the top of these joints.
Yeah.
There and maybe around there. I'll see how I go. I don't even see a lot of this really, so I might not bother because once the cab's on, it'll be hidden under the wheel arch. So I might not even bother with that. But I'm going to do that. So I need to paint all this black, and then I've got the engine out again because I need to finish this. So it's done, but I need to do another coat of red on the rocker cover. I need to get the fan and these bits silver. And then once all that's done, eventually I can then paint the rest of the gearbox housing black.
Yeah.
Just my handle for now. And then I've also got out the exhaust to paint silver.
Yeah.
And then I've got the battery tray and the battery to paint.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do them black to start with. Then obviously I'll touch up the battery with maybe some chrome and red for one of them. And then very light. I want to try and paint this as light as possible because as you can see, it's got some Bedford detail on there.
Yes, it has. It's got the Bedford sign on, on the running board.
So I want to do that as light as I can.
Yeah.
So I can have a go at dry brushing that silver.
Yeah.
Just to pick out that detail and see if I can get it to say Bedford. So that's going to be, if not, it doesn't matter. But I want to challenge myself and see if I can make that happen. So that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm doing tonight. So just painting, really.
Absolutely brilliant.
So
okay, what am I going to be doing? Well, I don't know yet. Let's have a look. Let's put my camera down. Come on, webcam. There we go. So what am I going to be doing? Well, I'm going to be doing quite a bit, really, I suppose. So I've got the back axle and the springs done, and the engine's there, and the exhaust is there, and the chassis. And I'm going to try and finish this stage, which is stage 3. So, and on the stage 3, I've got the prop shaft to put on, the rear axle and springs to put on the chassis, the prop shaft, and I've already put the battery on and the step, and the brackets for the step and the running board. I've already put that on. So in theory, I've not got a lot to go before I can finish this step of 3. And then we'll see how we got on today. And I might even be able to finish step 4 as well, because I've got the fuel tank to put on, some more brackets and another step on step 4. And then it'll be nearly ready for the wheels. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get up to this step done tonight, and then I'm ready for the wheels then on the next part, which is part 5.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay,
forward
so
to getting the rolling chassis. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, getting a rolling chassis. Well, in theory it won't be a rolling chassis because I think you have to stick the tires on, the wheels on.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, in theory, yeah, it'd be a rolling chassis. So in my sprue, I've got my my prop shaft UJ joint, and then the other sprue, which is at the other side there, that's got the other bit of prop shaft UJ joint. So I've got them to nip off the sprue. I've got them to make up, and then I've got to put the engine on the chassis and the back axle on the chassis and the prop shaft, and that should finish the main bits of the chassis off then, all being well. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I've been quite a lazy Arab this week because I've been busy on some other things, which is over that way of the building. So I've been actually busy on the open top route master. So, and I'm not give too much away on that yet, but yeah, I've been slaving away, as it was, on that. So there is come next weekend there will be a little bit more progress. So there'll be a lot more progress, I hope. So yeah. Okay. So hello to everybody that's joined since we went live. We've got 14 watching, I can see.
Lovely.
Yeah, which is grand, isn't it? So let's just pick out a few people in there. So we've got David Bassett, Steve131, Crafty Chris, Julie, Yorkshire Crafter, and Dave Builds, and yes, we've got Anfield Road Layout. So that's Lee.
Hey, Lee.
Geordie Dave. So hi, Geordie Dave, and Peter Webster, and David Bassett, and Geordie Dave. Yeah, so all of them have just joined nicely, so thank you. And yeah, we've got 14 watching so far. So if you'd like to give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would be great if you already haven't done so. So, and don't forget to ring that bell. And then you'll find out what we're up to. So I'm going to shut up yakking now, and I'm going to have a look at these destructions and see which bit I need to pop out the frame next.
No, you want to build it, not disassemble it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't disassemble it, whatever you do. So the quality of the parts of this kit is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And I can't wait to get the others done. But having said that, I want to savor it, if you know what I mean. I want to take my time and enjoy it as much as what we can.
Yeah, I certainly am. I mean, I've been a little bit impatient in getting the paint on that because it went wrong, and I was just dying to know if I could get it right. And luckily, the sun's been out today.
Yeah,
first thing this morning, so I managed to paint all that and get it all ready. And then I was watching Lee at Anfield Road on his stream, which was really, really good.
Okay, I'll have to catch that up on that stream.
Yeah, it was really good. I was enjoying it. And I was just working on this then, and I thought I'd get some of the transfers done. And I mentioned it on his stream, I was having a mare. But I've got a picture. I'll change the tissue now.
Okay.
So I don't get a mucky workbench. So I was trying to do the decals, and it was that yellow one at the back.
Oh yeah.
And
the AA one.
This is what I meant when I was on the stream. Like, all the backing went soft, and then the transfer was coming off. Apart from that white patch there, as you can see, I turned that over and I'm like, it's not coming off. So of course I got the brush under there, and I could move all this bit of the transfer, but this bit just was not budging at all. And I was like, oh God, what's going on? Is there something wrong with it? Maybe it's just the adhesive's gone wonky.
Yeah.
But what it actually was a bit of sellotape that was on here.
Yeah.
Now, I can't understand why it was there, because there was no reason for it to be there, because there is like some tissue paper stuck on the front of the transfers, and Matt had a bit of tape around it. But this was the other end, and there was no, and it was sort of over in the corner.
Oh, that is a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, so this was like the bottom corner of that. So there was no need for any tape to be there. But I managed to spot it in the light, and then I peeled off the sellotape that was on the back,
Yeah,
and then fixed it, and it all came back. So that was really good.
Wow.
But that was, yeah, that's the problem I was having.
You've been really lucky there, then. I reckon.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh God, well, do you know what? My first thought was, if I can't get this off, I'm going to have to scrap all this and then just try and go for the Vauxhall Cars livery instead.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad I sorted that.
Yeah, I'm glad you've sorted it as well. It must have been quite frustrating.
Yeah, especially as I'm not that experienced with it all. But now I've learned that any contamination on the back will not work.
Yeah. Well, I still need to find somebody who can make some transfers, especially in 1/12 scale. And I think I mentioned it before, but I had a friend on Facebook and in a Facebook group. He made me the transfers for the Shillabere and me East Yorkshire Route Master. And he'd not done it before in 1/12 scale, but he said he could. And he usually worked in 1/76 scale, which is obviously I suppose the go-to scale for building model buses and such like, which is 00 scale. And he sadly passed away in December, and so obviously, you know, he's not around anymore. Bless him. So I have to find somebody who can do it in 1/12 scale, if I can. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. So it's either that or I look about getting a printer, and I'll try myself, but that's very daunting to me at the minute, is things like that, because if it's too computer technically, I'm not going to be able to do it, because anything with a computer at the end of it just didn't my cup of tea. So, but yeah, quite sad actually that he's passed away and everything. He was a bus enthusiast, and he used to drive vintage buses as well, like so. And he used to go to a lot of the bus rallies on a weekend, and so yeah, he used to drive vintage buses for the company he worked for as well, on special wedding hires and things like that. So he was very well known, and as I say, sadly passed away early December. So, right, let me have a look on my sprue just to check that I've got the right bit. B55, sure I have. Yeah. Okay. That must have been that. Yeah. Okay, and we've got F3, so that bit's right. So we need B55, and then that's complete. So that's there. So there's four bits to this prop shaft.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about them because looking at the mag, it looks like it's just like a push fit that just clips on.
Yeah.
Is that the case, or does it need gluing?
Well, I think it might just clip on actually. So I'm going to just have a quick look at this. I think it might just clip on, but I think for safety's sake, I think I might glue it. Oh yeah, it just pushes in there, and so it actually moves, but it moves from side to side. I don't know whether you can see that moving on my camera there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like a real one would.
So like a real one would. But I think once I get it in place, I'm going to glue it, and then I'm going to touch it up with paint as well, because obviously where I've filed off the bits, the paint's gone. So that's that end, and then this end will be the same. You'll push it onto that end, and in like that. Do it. There we are. Yeah, and it's similar on that end as well, except it's not as good on that end. But yeah, it's very similar to what it would be in real life. So, and then we put that bit to there, don't we? Okay. So that's going to want filing as well. Yeah, that's going to be tight as that.
I definitely like these Tamiya paints. I think I'm going to go with these in future.
They are good, aren't they?
I like the fact you can just paint straight out of the pot.
Yeah, well, practically. I mean, yeah, I do an awful lot of staring on mine, but yeah, that's basically what I do, is paint straight out the pot.
Well, you got, haven't you? Plenty of shaking. I do a lot of shaking first, and then as you saw, I then do the stirring.
Yeah.
With your suggestion of a coffee stirrer.
Yeah. Not that end. That end. Yeah, that's a very, very tight fit, is that one? And I think it'll be tight onto the axle as well, because there's a little stub on there, so we'll have that cleaned up as well. Just check it. So I'm just glancing across to the chat. We've got Kenneth in there. Afternoon from Georgia, he says.
Hello, Kenneth.
D. Harris says printing stickers or decals is not that hard, Sir Dave. No, okay, right. Well, I'll certainly have a go, but
I guess it's the design in it. I think the printing wise, it's just a case of sticking the paper in the printer and pushing print.
Yeah, I think it's, from my point of view, it'll be finding the font size and the font make, and you know, and then getting the size right as well. You know, computer to paper and all that malarkey. I think that's where I'll be on a downer for starters with the computer to paper. So, right, if that one will go in there, that one might go that way. So, I glue them together. I've got a little bit of movement on here. Yeah, just a bit. Okay.
Oh, excuse the spring.
Have I got the wrong glue? Okay. There we go. A bit of that one.
All right, Geordie's off to work. Bye, enjoy the show. Well done, Alex and Dave. Thank you.
Okay, take care, Geordie. Don't go working too hard. Okay, we'll have a drop of that in there. Just a drop.
I'm going to try this straight through.
Should have dressed my cocktail stick, really. I don't like using the pointy right at the end of my cocktail stick. Twist it round. So it must be a little bit further there. We are. Okay. And get to both sides of it anyway. And then I'll have that taken out and glue that. Come on. Just a wee bit in there. Oh yeah, it's starting to look a bit like the real nice thing now. Leave that to dry for a second. I might stick that end in there as well. Why not? I bet it'd be a case of just popping it in anyway. Yeah, I think so. Right. Very, very tiny to glue is this bit. Okay. Get in there. Come on, let's make it straight. There we are.
It's really hard to...
It's got that bit on. Right, what else are we going to do now then? What colour are you going to do your cap on the top there?
I think I might actually do it silver.
Silver, yeah. Did I do mine? Did I do mine black? Yeah, I did
black, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as I've got the silver out. And of course to be a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, well, why not? It's okay. Right, here goes then. Let's have the back axle put in there. If I can. And have the make it so that I can just pop the prop shaft on. I've got some painting to do, of course, but can't do that until it's together. So this is where we need to be careful, isn't it? Just making sure my hands are real dry and everything. Don't need any glue on it. Okay. I mean, according to this, we'll put the engine on first, then the exhaust, then the back axle, and on the prop shaft. So perhaps I should put the engine on first then.
I thought of that as well, and I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah. There's a little square on the bottom of the engine at the front, isn't there, that fits into the little square.
Yes.
Just the chassis, and then the cutout bit for the gearbox. So at first I thought that little pipe actually goes in the chassis, but it doesn't. So I don't know whether I test fitted this before. Let's have a look. I maybe didn't. No, maybe didn't test fit it. So what I need is that little square block just filing a little bit because it's got a little bit too much paint on.
Yeah, mine was an incredibly tight fit. I had to do what you did and just sand down the edges very slightly just to get them to fit.
Yeah. It soon does it, of course, doesn't it? But let's have another trial fit. Just gonna poke one of them. No, maybe one of them would do it better. The good old Bedfords. Yeah, probably one of them would do it better. So have you actually ever seen one of these types in real life then?
No.
I'm guessing
only the picture that I saw that you sent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a really, really good bit of British engineering. So nostalgic. And of course, a bit later on in the history of Bedford and Vauxhall and such like, things started going a bit downhill with them. There wasn't as good later on in years. A lot of our listeners can remember Vauxhall Vivas and things like that, and they wasn't so very good. Yeah, I'm going to have to fill a little bit more off there. Just off that inner edge. But the name Bedford disappeared in the 80s, the very early 80s. And it was such a shame when it did disappear. Because it was, obviously a British institution. Bedford from Bedford, well, from Luton area actually. And then they had factories all over England. The Jupil factory, there's Hendon and Blackpool. Yeah, a bit more off. More off there. Where's my knife? I found my craft knife. A lot of our viewers will know what a Bedford is. We're known worldwide. Four-speed petrol engine. 28 horsepower, this engine.
28. It's nothing, is it? Compared to today's standards.
Nothing compared to today's standards, no. And the gearbox was crash gearbox, so there was a lot of double D clutching and such like when he was changing gears. And they just had so much of a melodic gearbox. You could tell one coming from miles away. Just sounded so sweet. It really did. And yet the later Bedford engines, the 29-30 horsepower engines and gearboxes, weren't very much like that. There was more just a petrol engine, really. So they didn't have an awful lot of character to what these had.
No. Well, Dave Matt's saying, Dave, do you remember the old commas?
Yeah, the comma 2-strokes, yeah. Whistling 2-stroke engines, the diesel 2-stroke engines, goodness me. Yeah, I've heard a few of them whistling up and down a hill or two, time or two. Commas. So I very, very nearly bought one, Dave. Very nearly did. There was one at a farm sale not very far from here. In fact, the next village from here. The guy sadly passed away. Our Lee used to look after his tractor and engine collection. And the family had a sale. And in the sale was one of these commas. And it had the TS engine in. And it was used by a local transport haulage firm for many years. And then this farmer that our son used to work for, he acquired it and just left it like in an open barn. So he never got round to doing anything with it, which is a bit of a shame. But having said that, you know, it was in quite, shall we say, restorable condition. You know, it was pretty good. So just leave that to dry for a minute. Yeah, the comma 2-strokes. Horizontal engines, weren't they? Whistlers, I think they used to be known as. So they used to whistle quite a lot.
The modern ones, well, not so much now, but modern ones, diesel in turbo diesels used to get a nice whistle from the turbo, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's true.
You can't really hear it these days. I mean, mine's got one, but I think where it's so soundproofed vehicles these days.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we've got a diesel car. It's obviously got a turbo and everything. In fact, we've had a turbo diesel car for many years.
Yeah, same.
But and then we had a naturally aspirated transit van at one time as well. So obviously that was non-turbo. And then we had an LDV van that was also non-turbo. It just had the banana, what they call the banana
engine.
Yeah.
They were always the good transits to have, those ones, weren't they?
Yeah, both our transits had or should I say both our vans had the banana engines in. I realise that some of you don't know what we're on about, but basically, if you open the bonnet of a Ford Transit from P-Reg onwards, 1976 onwards, it probably would have had what they call a banana engine, naturally aspirated 2.5 diesel engine in it. And to look inside the bonnet, you would see some pipes bending round a bit like bananas, and there was obviously that from the Venturi in the engine. So yeah, Peter Webster said they demand our prices nowadays. Yeah, they do. And Peter Webster says he loves transits. Yeah, I love transits as well. I've had many over the years. My dad had a Mark 1 transit van, and then he had a Mark 2 diesel Transit minibus, which was really good. Twin wheel back axle, and with the flared arches at the back and everything. The Mark II with the bull nose front on, and then I had a Transit pickup with a York diesel engine in, and yeah, I've had quite a few. Don't get me on about the York diesel engine though, because goodness me, the York diesel engines in Transits, there was absolutely awful. You had to start them off with some spray in the morning, and there was no other way they would start. And once you'd started it like that in the morning, it would run all day, no problem. But yeah. So Crafty Chris says there was okay unless you wanted to go uphill on grass. Yeah. Yeah, we had a single wheel Transit van, and it was absolutely useless on grass. If damp grass, it was useless. So, and then we had this LDV, which was a twin wheeler, and that wasn't much better neither. So Peter Webster says bone rattler engine. Yeah, the York diesel engine. Yeah, a good friend of mine used to put an exhaust pipe like this at the back of the cab, sticking upright, and he used to bring it back down to the exhaust manifold, and then one of these at the back of the cab of his tipper, and that made a raspy row, I can tell you. Yeah, good old Transit van. And they don't make them like that nowadays. They're all Tairbird, and they don't last as long, and
they've got Wi-Fi. They make you a coffee.
Yeah, they don't have any character at all, do they? At all, absolutely not.
Parks themselves.
Yeah, they park themselves as well, don't they?
Yeah. No, I don't know about the vans, but certainly a lot of modern cars do.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to give this a bit longer because I still haven't set yet. So just stand it up there for a bit while it dries. Okay, I'm just going to be looking to see what else I need. Yeah, prop shaft, back axle. I want the exhaust manifold next. Okay, yeah, got them lugs on. Put them on, yeah. Them, yeah. Them, yeah. Yeah, and got that, yeah. So there's not that much to go now before this step 3 is finished. Yeah, there's one of the first Transit van we had with a banana engine, and you couldn't kill it at all. It was absolutely bomb-proof. It was just the body actually rotted off it more than anything else. The engine, gearbox, axles, everything was perfect, but it was just the body that rotted. So, unfortunately, so. Yeah, now they're commanding heck of a price, Ford Transits. The Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, even the Mark 4s, they're actually commanding an awful lot of money. So if you've got a Mark 2 Transit kicking around and you only paid a couple of £100 for it or whatever, get it on the market because they are worth a bomb. Everybody wants them now. I actually nearly bought a Transit before we bought Matilda. I was looking at a Mark 1 camper, long wheelbase, and I thought, oh, I like that. But it did need a little bit of work, and I thought, no, I've got enough on.
Yeah.
Stuck, yes, that's stuck. Right.
Well, you can never have too many projects on the go, can you?
Well, that's it. That's you can, as you say, you can soon have too many projects on the go. I don't know where that went. Just hope it didn't go in my tea. It actually might have done. You just nicked the end off me cocktail stick, and it's.
Oh no, that's what happened to me the other day with the roller coaster. I cut it wasn't in there in the end, but I cut off the bit of that cocktail stick, and it looked like it landed in the tea.
Well, I think it. I don't know. I can't see it, but it went that way. I'm sure I've eaten worse over the years. Right, let's have a look at this then. Let's be brave now and see if we can get this. Put that on there, 12 on there, maybe. See where we want this back axle. Is that stuck? Yeah, I think it's stuck. Yeah, okay. Jolly good. I think what I'm going to do, Horlixs, is I'm going to actually try these wheels. Yeah, I thought that might be so. They do need a little bit of shaving off the back axle. So, yeah, we definitely do. Oh dear. A fire engine?
I think so. Or it might be an ambulance, actually.
Yeah, the front ones don't need too much trimming off, but the back ones, they need a lot trimming off. So making round on the end of the axle there. What's that? Vintage cars. Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to have to file all the paint that we've put on off the axle end. Just file it round and see if I can get the wheels to somewhere near fit before I put this on the chassis. So it might be worthwhile checking that.
Well, I've already glued mine on. Oh no, they're talking at the back. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, your back wheels.
Yeah, I've glued all the front axle on. Not only to paint, but I was gonna avoid getting paint on the actual ends, just so that it's a nice fit for the wheels.
Yeah, I got the paint on the ends of the axle. I never thought to just check the fit of the wheels on the axle, but so it's a good thing that I've spotted it really now, and it's just a case of filing it round until they actually fit. So it might take a little bit of doing because it's quite thick plastic, is that, isn't it?
Yeah. He said had the enjoyment of driving the Bedford 4-tonner many years ago.
Ah.
Do you, Peter Webster says, do you remember the big old Matador tow trucks, Dave, used by the bus companies, later used in the war?
I certainly do, Peter, yes, with the 11.1 litre diesel engines. So 11.1 litre AC engines, absolutely beautiful.
And then old Danno Builds says, it's like the VW camper vans, they're worth their weight in gold. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And
yeah. It's getting there now.
Peter Webster says the ambulance was on the way to Dave to remove the cocktail stick from his throat. God, don't joke about that though. talking about coffees, I'm going to just put one in. So I'm just going to mute for a second because it grinds and makes a noise.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's hope I found the end of the cocktail stick before that happens. But yeah, no, I'll be all right, I'm sure. It's probably landed in the box or on the floor. I can't see it on the floor at the minute, but much better. Yes, indeed. That's the way I like them. So we've got that one. So let's have the other back wheel and trim the other one round then. I knew it wouldn't take that long, really. So I hope everybody's all right watching us tonight, and you know they're enjoying the stream and everything. And we've got 16 people watching, so that's brilliant. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's just a stream that we sort of said, well, we'll do together, both me and Horlixs, because we've got the same kit. So I think actually Horlixs bought the kit on, you know, like on Marseille. So when I did a review on the kit, and I've done a review on all 4 of these, because there's 4 in the series. So, and I have got all 4, and I will be building all 4, and but not all at once, obviously. But yeah. So the idea is that I'm going to make a little diorama up of a garage. Garage comes showroom, and put a few outside and a few inside, and mix them up with a couple of Sunstar Bedford models that I've got. I would also like some Vauxhall cars of the era as well, 40s, 50s Vauxhall cars in 1/24th scale. So if you see any, just let me know, and I don't think there is any Vauxhall of 1940s, 50s in 1/24th scale. So not that I've seen anyway so far, but I do keep looking. It's going a little bit more. Just gently filing it round.
I'm back with fresh brew.
Okay, Res man.
Yeah, do you want to sit?
Yeah, please.
Very nice too. Right, where are we at with this? I think I'm going to leave that to one side for the moment. The silver's quite good because it doesn't. Oh, I've missed a bit.
So I've filed both the ends of the axle so that the wheels will fit the axle now.
Oh, brilliant.
So if I don't put any more paint on them, that'll be okay. So now I've got to put the axle onto the chassis. Oh no, I haven't. No, I've got to put the exhaust pipe on the engine.
Oh God, you've got to have an exhaust. It's a bit loud.
I know. Okay, I think I've already put the bracket on, which is there. It's got a slot out on the exhaust for the bracket, and so you put the slot onto the bracket, then you put the end of the exhaust on the end of the exhaust manifold on there. So let's just have a test and see if it fits okay. Because I know that Lindsay was telling us, wasn't he, that you need to trial fit your parts first, just to make sure that they fit.
Yeah.
Lindsay's builds is built all 4 of these, and so yeah, that fits absolutely superb. So let me get a bit more glue out because I think my glue's dried off. Stand that up again.
Ian says 2 sugars, please. You know, well, no, you don't know who I am, but you're welcome for a coffee anytime you like.
Yeah, kettle's always on. It doesn't fit very well, like, but it's always on.
Mine's just a few buttons, but I think
we're due a new kettle actually, because we're in a very bad water area, and yeah, we have to keep cleaning the kettle out, but every so often the kettle, well, it just doesn't like it, after a while, after it's been cleaned for a while, it doesn't like it. So,
yeah, it's probably right stop there, so I've had enough.
Yeah, I've had enough of that sort of thing, yeah. I've had enough of making brews for them too. Oh. Out shaking if you can. And into the bracket. There we go. Just a little bit over there. Okay. Hopefully we've got that in the right place. Yeah. Push that on. Yeah. There we are. The exhaust is on. Okay. So let that set a few seconds, and then we'll work on the axle and the prop shaft.
It's a bit weird, really, isn't it? 'Cause thinking about it, obviously I've painted the body,
Yeah,
and stuff. So, and I don't think you're quite at that stage yet, are you?
no, I'm not at the body stage yet. My body is still. Let me just bring it out of here. I think my body's still in the wrapping. Still in the wrapper. Yeah, so it's still in the wrapper, and the cab is still in the wrapper as well. So
yeah, I've done my cab. Well, obviously not the decals. Obviously, I've done them on the back there, but the cab come out lovely as well.
yeah,
I had to sand it down a little bit and give it another couple of coats because I've changed the paint tin, and that's come out lovely.
Okay,
so the shine in the roof there. And then the back, obviously the inside's still a bit funny, but the back's okay. There's a real nice shine at the top though, but in there still a bit funky where it's reacted, but I'm not going to bother about. I've run out of paint now anyway, just doing the outside, but you're not going to see it unless you turn it upside down.
No.
Yeah, I know it's there, but and then obviously I did the bonnet and the doors. Everything's done. It needs to be in this white, so it's my bonnet, and that's come out really nice this time.
That's lovely, yeah. Just a contrast to Man. Then Man's still on the sprue, but I have sprayed it grey. So obviously it's been sprayed on the sprue, and so that's the contrast to Man. And yeah. It's makes a difference when you've got some top coat on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it actually goes on. And then today, you haven't seen these yet, actually, Dave. Today I managed to get the side panels done.
Oh, lovely, yeah. Bonnet sides, yeah. Yeah, the bonnet sides. Fantastic. Yeah, they look great, don't they?
Hi, Todd. Welcome.
Hey, Todd. Thanks for joining.
Well, I've just made a coffee, but I'll swap it for a pina colada. How's that?
Yeah, and that'd be great because I mean Todd's all the way from Hawaii this evening.
Yeah.
So, hello and all that from Hawaii. And we've got Darth DMC in there as well. So howdy, Darth. Thanks for joining. And I've got to catch up on the Eddie Stoppard site because I know there's been quite a bit of posting on there, and I've got to catch up on what's been happening. And yeah, looking forward to progress that people are putting on.
So this is what I've got to Todd. I've got some
Yeah, look at that.
on the back.
Do you want to go full screen? Let's go full screen. There you are. Look at that.
So that's one side done, waiting for them to fully dry. Actually, the crinkles are going down more as we speak. Yeah, those eagle-eyed viewers might see this ain't straight, but I had a bit of a mare because as I was doing that, I knocked this and then it folded in half, flipped upside down. Oh, it was a nightmare. But I got it straightened without ripping it. So
yeah,
it's getting there. I've just got the other side to do and that's fully dry.
Yeah.
And I've just done a bit of gluing on here this morning. So I'm just about to start painting all these grey bits black.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's it really. I'm not done. Oh, no, this was a problem one. Can anyone tell me what's wrong with it?
It's got no hinges on.
Answers in the chat.
It's got no hinges on. Or it ain't got an handle.
There's no hinges. But yeah, I've run out of paint, so I can't redo it.
Mm-hmm.
There goes a hint.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to.
I'm hoping no one's going to see anything with it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't pick it up really straight away.
Thanks, Todd.
But I think it'll be all right.
Yeah. As I say, I mean, this is my second time doing a model, so plastic kit. So I think I'm more than happy with how that's turned out. Yes, I had a problem and I had a setback, and then I had to sand it all back, but I think I recovered it well.
I know you've recovered it well. I know you have. Oops. On there.
Right, I think I need to crack. Oh no, I need to. Is that going to be gone off now? Yeah, this paint dries really quick. I need to do the exhaust pipe now in the silver.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put this together if I can.
Facebook user, good evening, Horlixs, Dave saying, everyone in chat enjoying this show so much. Thank you very much, whoever you are.
Good evening, Facebook user.
We can't actually see who you are unless we go over to the Facebook, or I think there is an option somewhere you can tick to allow yourself to be seen, but yeah, I don't know who you are. Is that Alex Demetrius, perhaps? I know sometimes you use Facebook to.
Yeah, it could be Alex, couldn't it? So yeah, or anyone else that's using it. But if you want to remain anonymous, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're enjoying the show, that's the main. I'm just going to try and test fit this. Different to a part work, that's for sure. Get that in there. That needs filing as well. There's a stream jumping a little bit.
Not that I've noticed. Mind you, I've got my eyes down.
Yeah, I had my eyes down for a second and I saw that I was jumping a little bit. Let's have a look at the. Yeah, the internet's not very good here, so it could be my end.
Had that for a couple of days, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a problem for a few days. As the odd internet. Or tinternet.
Is it the weather?
It could be because it says on my computer that it's going to snow soon.
Oh God! If there's not one thing, it's another. You had flood warnings yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, we've had flood warnings right up to today's tide. And today's tide was actually higher than what it was last night. So, and the flood warning hasn't gone yet. So, fingers crossed, everybody, that we don't get a flood. Because if we do, I won't be on here for a long time. Because obviously I'll be clearing up. And goodness me, if it happens again. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, really. On my worst enemy, I wouldn't wish it on anybody because it's horrendous. There's a flood. Okay, so let's put a bit of oil. No, not oil. Glue. And glued in there. There's one. There's two. Yeah. There's three. Hurry up. And there's four in that one. Hurry up. Okay. So let's go for it now then. Sorry if my head's in the way, but I'm having to hurry up and get this in the right place. Which I've done. You all right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I'll just cut some masking tape off just to sit my exhaust on for a minute.
Right, okay.
There's Todd. If you go to that link, they can then allow their names to be shown in the chat in Facebook if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to. If you don't, we follow in this end. As long as you keep it clean and green, that's the main. Come on.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Chris just linked it as well. Moderator. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I think that's the first coat on the exhaust done for the minute. I don't think I've got anything else to go in silver at the minute. So it's now over to the black.
Have you done your bits on your engine you was going to do silver?
Yes, that's here. That's an update on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's on the cap as well. That's that side.
Yeah.
Everything looks good. And then I've just got to do the black on this part of the engine when that's dry.
Yeah.
So that's sitting there. The exhaust is drying for the moment. This paint doesn't take long to dry at all. So I'll probably be able to get another coat on that before the end.
Yeah.
That back over there for the moment. Now I'm going to work on the black. So I've got the rear axle to do.
I'm just making sure that this is all stuck. I think it is.
That to do. Let me just mute while I get some tape off.
Oops. Can I press that back in there? Yeah, that one's come a little loose in there, so that's okay. I did think I didn't get an awful lot in there, so let's put some in there. All right. My glue pot away because it's didn't smell very good. Feel like that little boy that's got his finger in the dike. It says, "How long do I have to hold it here before the flood?" Come on. Get in there.
Have you used these Humbrol acrylic paints yet?
Not yet, no. I have got one or two upstairs, but I haven't used them yet. I've used something similar.
Well, I'm still sort of debating whether they need water in or not. I guess they do. I mean, they are a little bit thick, but I can't remember if Geordie Dave said what was his all straight from the bottle.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. I think he probably did. So use it straight from the bottle.
We've just put a little bit of water on there just to moisten it a bit.
Okay. I'm just going to stand this like this way just to make sure that that's gone in. I think it has. Just put some pressure on it to hold the spring down. As daft as it seems, the spring's actually working. A little bit. Yeah, I haven't actually got my pot of paints down here, so but I've got a box of paints that's I'm pretty sure I've got one in there.
So the only problem with these parts, this is primed, and you can see how it's just repelling the paint.
Oh yeah.
But I've learned that you just get on with it, and then by the time the second coat comes round, it then sticks.
Yeah.
And that's with primer and a light sand.
Yeah. It's surprising that some plastics will not work very well with some sort of paints, isn't it? Right, I'm hoping that that's stuck. Let's have another look. I think it has.
It's just a case of getting a rough light coat on here.
Yeah.
And I know it's like, oh no. But I've learned that this is what happens with this. And when we come around to doing the second coat, all will be good.
Yeah. I've just got to wait for this to dry, and then I can put the prop shaft on, and then I can probably do some paint touching up, probably before I turn the page. So no, not that way. This way. That way. Oh yeah, I can make up the petrol tank. Yeah, so I can do that while that's drying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, getting finger pain holding it.
Finger pain?
Yeah, holding it. Holding my chassis. It's just one of them that isn't gripping it properly on the little spring hanger. It's got it now. Thank goodness. All right, let's check all four of the other ones. Yeah, that's in. That one's in. That's definitely in. And that's definitely in. Just having to be so careful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's starting to grab now. It's almost like the paint has to go a little bit tacky first, and then you can go in.
Yeah.
And then she sticks like that.
Yeah. Picked up some dust.
But obviously, as you can imagine, the first time I started painting, I was like, no.
Nerve-wracking. Thinking, oh God, it's not going to work. Okay, come on. So I've got that entered in there. Push that down there and pop it in. It's not as easy as what you think, especially when your fingers are at work. Right, come on. Can't get my fingers in there. Grip. I have to do this with tweezers actually. Yeah, I think I might. Standing it up that way then.
Cool. I think it would be amazing doing this with an airbrush though.
Yeah, oh yeah. So good, wouldn't it? Get the bottom one in first. I think I'm holding my tongue right, you see. If you hold your tongue right, it goes in better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Grip. Push. No, it's either going to go in there or it's not. Oh, no, it's not. Came straight off.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's come straight off the axle. So obviously I didn't leave it long enough to dry. And it's come straight off the spring. So I'm going to have to re-glue them back on. And then wait. Patience is needed. Yeah, trying to rush it, you see. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is take that off there. I'm going to take that off there. Put that on there. Got some cars going up and down. Just up it in the Environment Agency. Actually, it shouldn't be now because I think the tide should have gone down. Find me tweezers. It was so close as well. So close. Must have been 0.5 millimetre.
So have you got some sanding to do, did you say, for the exhaust or?
No, it's the prop shaft. I've got to fit this little bit in there first, if it will. But I think the problem is that I think it's a little bit long. And the point of it's not sharp neither, so the end of it wants pointing off and then just shortening a tad and then popping in. I need to re-glue the axle back on. These things are sent to try us. Yeah. If they were sent to try somebody else, that'd be alright, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just shorten that a little bit.
So yeah, like with this as well, like obviously I know we're doing this live, but there are little bits and pieces that I'll do off camera, off stream, because you've got to, because you're waiting for paint or glue to dry.
Yeah.
And you know, you have to glue something on like I've done here before you can move on to the next bit.
Yeah.
So do forgive me for that.
No, that's one of the problems I'm having here, is that I should have left my glue to set a little bit longer, I think. So, but having said that, that's okay. Go back to plan B. If I can get this in there. Or plan A, whichever one you want, whichever one you fancy. Come on, get in there. No, you don't want to. Come on. needs to go in and stay in, but it's getting it to stay in.
So, I don't know if you've got this far yet. Well, you must have done. The 4, oh mind you, I could just look at the instructions, but I'm just making conversation really. These 4 brackets that we've glued on the back.
Yeah.
Angle brackets. These
Yeah.
4 here.
Yeah.
What are they housing?
The spring hangers.
Right.
So here's my spring off the axle that's just fell off. So you can see on one end, one of them ends goes at the back and the other end of the spring goes at the front.
Right.
So the spring hangers for the rear axle. And mine not only came off one of the spring hangers, but it came off the spring top as well. So because I had a lot of force on it with the prop shaft. So I'm going to have to put it all back together and glue it all back in again. Which I'll do in just a second. In that. In that.
Hang Phil's in the loft. Says hi to Peter.
And that one in there. And then we've got to get that back in there.
There's a lot of banging around going on in this house tonight.
Banging around?
Mm.
Oh dear. Come on. There we are. Just get this in the right place and then I'll pop it back in there. There we are. Back in there. Back in there. Back in there. Right. Make sure that's stuck this time. Yep. 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 Have to go to and blow it again. I want to get it stuck because I want to touch it up with black paint, you see, so. Yeah,
I love doing that. And it almost feels like it's reinforcing it once you've put a layer of paint over it all as well.
Yeah, it's, the glue was knocking the bit of black paint off, that's all. So, but once it's dried and set, then you can go back and touch it up, can't you? Yep. So again, I'm going to leave it on my pot of paint for a little while to set. Get on there. I've got a little bit further with it because I've got my front UJ joint on, which I didn't have before. So I've only got to pop the prop shaft on, and because that prop shaft has got the cutout lugs in the end, yeah, I can hopefully pop it on now. Once that's dried, just make sure that that's dried in the right place. Yeah, it has. Yeah. It doesn't like me tonight, this glue. I'm slapping my tea. Carefully.
Yes. Yeah, you'll have to get Chris down to replenish it before you get to the bottom.
It's all right. I've got a cordial drink here as well. So. As long as I don't dip my paintbrush in it like I did last week.
Oh.
Oh, that's going a funny colour. No, put my paintbrush in it. Right. Hasn't that dried? I think it has. Okay, has that dried that side? Yeah. Sure it has. Yep. Is it just springing on the spring, or is it coming loose? Can't see. Okay. Prop it up now. That way. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. So close and yet so far. There's a song there somewhere, isn't there? So close and yet so far.
We do like a song.
I do like a song, yes. Just a song at twilight. La, da, 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 da.
Well, that's coming out quite nicely, if I don't say so myself.
Jolly good. Come on, mate. Rip and dry, mate. Hello, what do you want? Eh? You can't get involved. No, you can't. You big woolly monster.
Yeah.
You get involved. Oh, doggy hairs all over it. Eh? Hey up then. Right, let's have a look. Check and see if it's glued again before I do anything. That has, yeah. That has. That has. That has. Is that one glued? Yeah, I think it has. Right, let's pop it down there. Yeah, it didn't look so bad. Okay. Right. Oops. Yeah. I think the trouble is with this prop shaft, it has to open up a little bit to get the prongs in. Hopefully it will go in no bother, but not the way it's going at the minute. Okay. Let's have it filed a bit then. Just a wee bit. Just take the bears off it.
For me, this probably would have been easier to paint this off the model, but
yeah, that's exactly the way I'm thinking with this. Actually, it might have been easy to paint it off it. So needs to sit well in there, and it's not. So I've still got a problem there. So this is where Lindsay said we should have tried the bits, and we didn't. We tried some of the bits, but not all the bits. So file it up again. Get it in there. So small to hold as well and file. Okay. So what happens then if I put that on that side and then fit it? Hopefully it work out all right, that. If it clicks into position. Yeah, there's more bears on it than I thought. It's all right having bears on it. You have to watch out for the tigers. Okay. Oh, funny little joint this is. Okay.
You're making me nervous. So I haven't got that far yet.
No, it's no, don't be nervous. It's all right. It's pretty fiddly work, but you can do it. When your fingers aren't stuck together, you can do it. So, well, I think it's Jack. I think he wants to come in. I think that's what it is. All right, let's go down there and try that again then. So can we slot that in sideways? Okay. Or is it a little too long? It's just a smidgen too long, I think. So nobody said it was going to be easy. But the more we put into it, the more we'll appreciate it, I reckon. So that's maybe another tip as well. Horlicks to take a little bit off your gearbox end. Just a bit.
Take a bit off my gearbox.
Yeah. It must be that way. Poke it through the chassis that way. Not this way. Go into there.
Hang on.
Come on, just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Is it not going to go? It's not going to go. Oh, have we lost you, Alex? Oh no, you've muted. That's okay. Yeah, we're going to have to fit that end in there first. Because so twizzle that round a bit. So darn close. Very, very close indeed. Come on, get in there. Yes. Yes, indeed. Indeed. She's in. She's in. Yeah, check all them. Yeah, check. That's in as well, so I just need a double glow. Persistence and patience. And go on there. Shift itself. And on there. And there. Come on. Is it not going to run now? In there. Come on, that's it. And in there. Okay. Still muted, Horlixs? Okay, it's gone in. Lovely. Yeah. That's down there. That's down there. That's down there. That's down there. Okay. That's glued. That's glued. Yes, indeed. She is glued. Stand it up there, maybe. On there and there. Yes, it will. Okay. All right. Okay. So Gillian Dotz says both of your work is looking good, and a big thumbs up. Thank you, Gillian. Very much appreciated. And yeah, I think it was Alex Demetrius in the chat. I think so. Hello, Alex, and I'm glad you're enjoying the stream tonight, which is good. All I've got to do now is the front axle there. I've got to make sure that these will fit on the front axle. I've made sure that they'll fit on the back axle. So the back wheels, the front wheels have got to make sure they fit on the front axle. I've got to wait till this dries, and then that's stage 3 complete, because we've got the front springs on the engine,
Right.
the tank straps, the back plate holders for the springs, front axle, exhaust holder, the prop shaft, the back axle, the springs, and the battery box, and the running board and the brackets. All that's done. So step 3 is done for me. So while this is waiting to be drying, I could actually either, I can build step 4, I think, which is the tank, because that can be painted on the chassis, and then there's the other side step and step brackets to go on. So on step 4. Okay. Are you all right, Horlixs?
Yeah. Sorry, I went quiet. I was someone knocked on my door, so.
Okay, jolly good.
But I'm all good now. Yeah, I'm still just trying to get first coat on the rear.
Yeah, my mum says, great show, well done to you both. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's coming along. It was a little bit challenging getting the prop shaft on, and I can imagine it's going to be, one of them things throughout the model that's going to be one of the most difficult, I should think. But having said that, it's on now, it's glued, and it's not going anywhere. So yeah, let's have a look at the sprue bits and find out where the fuel tank is then. So it's there, look. Well, 2 bits of it are there. Yeah, there and there and there and there. Okay, and guess what? I haven't prepped them. So there's nothing I can do with them tonight apart from cut them from the sprue, wash them later on, and then paint them. I'll put them together and then paint them. So I can cut them from the sprue, can't I?
Yeah, I did mine earlier today, I think.
Your fuel tank?
Yeah, I believe so. I primed. Let me have a look. Did I? I think I did all my priming all in one go, apart from the smaller screws. The fuel tank. Oh yeah, is that the one with the seats on?
No. No, the fuel tank ain't got the seats on. It's got the sideboards on. It's F17. Is F17, F29, F18, F18.
Them.
So, yeah, that's them. Yeah.
Yeah, prime them.
You've primed them, have you? Yeah.
I used your trick with the tape because these platforms on Drew, I don't believe we're going to need.
Yeah.
So I sort of masked them off just in case, and then I've primed the fuel tank. The springs I'm going to need shortly.
Yeah.
And then I've got my axle there, and then the connecting bit there. But I've already pulled it off the sprue half just so I could get as much covered with primer.
Yeah. I am gonna so that's the top and the bottom of the tank, and they do go together nicely because I've seen they've got little widgets on them. So they're fastened together once they're cleaned up and once they're washed and what have you. Yeah, they will go together nicely. And then the ends of the tank are there. So they want washing and then they want priming. And if you see, I've left a little bit of sprue on as well, so I can actually do what Horlixs has done, and I can hold the tank bits and spray them and just pop them down. So you can do them easily like that, especially with your paper pliers. I've just nicely cleaned these ones off as well, these ones. So, because they did have a bit of paint on them. So, so I need the step brackets as well, don't I? I think they're sprayed. They're on another sprue. Yeah, see the sprue. No, it's not that one. Must be this sprue down here somewhere. No, it's not that sprue. Am I missing a sprue? Surely, oh, they're there. Can't see for looking.
Yeah.
So yeah, the tank bracket, the step brackets, and they just want cutting off the sprue. So they've been painted already. I'm just going to carefully look at that sprue end. Yeah, it just wants to be there. And again, these will want touching up when they've gone onto the chassis. But I think I can put these on with the running board. There's one. And this one's there. Okay, there's two. Okay. So, and then they'll want sanding, and then the running board is where it's there. The running board with Bedford on it. Yeah, that's right. Or the step. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, do the okay. That went that way as well. Knees bent, arms stretched, raw. Do the okay. That's what it's all about.
Do like.
And what went with the okie the one where the conga. That's it.
I was going to say the one-eyed purple people eater.
I was going to say the conga. Come on and do the conga. Ooh.
Agadoo.
Oh, Agadoo, yeah. Agadoo. Agadoo. Push pineapple, shake the tree. I've all sent you an earworm now. Agadoo. What a song. Black Lace, I think they sung that, wasn't it?
Oh,
Black Lace, I believe. Yeah, I think there was a Yorkshire band. Black Lace. Seen them live, Black Lace. Seen them at goodness me, where was it? It was at Hutton Cranswick Theatre Bar, along with Bernard Manning. I nearly ran over Bernard Manning's tent. He had a tent right in the back. And I went to turn my coach round and I thought, what's that? And just as I thought, what's that? This big bloke came out. I thought, oh my God, that's Bernard Manning. I nearly run over his tent. He had a big tent out in the back of the theatre bar.
God.
That's in the days where you went and did nightclub jobs and used to have a special table right in the middle of the theatre bar for all the coach drivers and what have you. Taxi drivers and coach drivers all had a special table right in the front, in the middle. And whatever artist was on, they used to say, coach drivers, and we all used to go, hey! Yeah, you're all over there, getting absolutely care, lad. Of course, we wasn't like, but it did set a few people thinking. So Dave Mack says he's got a dash. Keep up the great work and excellent show. Good night to all in chat. Good night, Dave Mack. Thanks for joining.
Good night, Dave. Thank you.
Yorkshire Crafter says the Music Man. Yes.
That's it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Blackpool used to do it every week. Oh, my God. I am the Music Man. And I play. Yes. And then we used to do the Dam Busters and all that. Oh, God, yeah. Going back a few years now. 30 years. Whew, at least. So I've just noticed on YouTube that somebody's commented and they've put these trucks were a favourite for building contractors. Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah, they was really hardy. There's these Bedfords. Okay, so theoretically I can glue them bits on and then I can wait for that to dry and then I can touch up my black. Something like that. Oh yeah, Darth DMC. Piano, 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 play the piano. Yes, we've done all that. We've done the Dam Busters and the congas and yeah, all good stuff really. All popular stuff at the time and all stuff that people don't do nowadays, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Did I?
When I went on my Devon holiday,
yeah,
they were still doing all that in the kids' club.
Was they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness me.
It wears the kids out, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Where's the adults out as well when you've had a few to drink?
Well, yeah, when you're going around doing the conga and your legs up in the air and then you get it caught on someone's table, it's not fun, is it?
No. And then it's oh God, what's the other one where you're all going, put your left leg in, your left leg out, in, out, shake it all about. I do the okey cookie and we turn around. All that, yeah, we've done all that in the past. Goodness me. Right. Concentrate. What's concentrate? Okay. Come on. So I have got to fit these two brackets on the side of the chassis, similar to what the other ones are. So the one with the hole in it goes at the front, the big one, and then the smaller one goes at the back. And you've got to put these in a certain way so that your step will go on as well. Your cab step. So let's have a test fit and see how they go in there. Now there's two special holes for them, so that's all right. And again, they won't fit in very well without a bit of filing, I think. So, yeah, just a wee bit of filing. Okay. Knew I shouldn't have put my file away, shouldn't I? Yeah, I am the music man.
You've got an earworm now, haven't you?
I have, yeah. We're doing the Dam Busters. All good fun. All innocent fun. the boat still a party favourite here. Oh, rock the boat over, rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over. Okay, so that was going there. And it's not fitting properly. What does it mean? It's not pushing it properly in. No, I'm not pushing it properly in. There we go. Just having to be a bit gentle with it, if you know what I mean. Supporting bits to push things in. So I can glue that from the reverse, which I'm going to do. Let's see if we've got any glue left in here, or is it dried up? No, I've got some glue left. Yeah, I won't see that now, so that's all right. Sure, it's pushed in. Yeah. Let's push it in a bit more, if we can. There we are. It's not going to go anymore. Right, next one then. Test fit. Yeah, a little bit of filing. I used to live on a council estate at one time near Hull, and we used to have parties in all the neighbours' houses every now and again. So if somebody had a birthday or whatever, everybody used to invite everybody round. And some really good nights on a housing estate. It was really good.
So it's good old days, wasn't it? Like, because you don't really get that nowadays, do you? Everyone seems to keep themselves to themselves.
Yeah, community and everything was pretty important in the 1970s, I suppose, because obviously there was not very good times in the 70s. You know, power cuts and goodness knows what, and government not knowing what they're doing, and strikes. And yeah, in the 1970s, and it was just nice to be involved in a community spirit way with the neighbours. You know, when they had a celebration or something, and you don't see that happening nowadays so much. And having said that, when our next door neighbour's daughter got married, they did throw a party for the whole village, which was great. So we was bopping away till the early hours in our back garden. Well, next door to our back garden.
Hopping, bopping, beep, bopping, dropped in.
In a great big tent it was, in a great big marquee. So getting there now. We're getting there.
Reminds me of Miss Doubtfire.
Miss Doubtfire?
Yeah. I'm a hip hop beat bopping granny. Dance to your drop, dear.
Yeah. Dance to your drop, dear. Yeah. Which way around does that want to go? It wants to go with the Bedford facing outwards, pretty much. Does it? Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's just have a test and see where it's going to go. It's going to go somewhere on there. it don't really matter. As long as it's sort of equal on there. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if they're stuck. Yeah. Okay. So let's glue on top of them. Yeah. And put that one the right way out. Whoops. Computer's doing something or other. Not sure what it's doing, but it's doing something. God knows. Yeah. Perfectamundo. So that's got the step on. So David Bassett says, I remember Sunday night TV music hall show, the good old days. Yeah, so do I, Dave. With many old acts, and compare Andrew Sachs saying at the end, just one of the chorus down at the old Bull and Bush. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and the old Wheel Tappers and Shunters Social Club with Colin Crompton and his bell. Ding, 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 ding. Do you remember that one, David? You will do. Yeah, that was when television was television.
I remember that. I know when Saturday night TV was good with the old Noel's house party, and
yeah, that was quite good.
But that was probably like Mr. Blobby and all that.
Oh, Mr. Blobby, yes, 1980s.
Yeah, 80s, early 90s, wasn't it?
80s, early 90s, yeah, Mr. Blobby. Pretty good fun, Mr. Blobby.
Oh, it used to be funny when he used to bang on his door, you know. Never knew
Blobby!
what it was. Blobby, Blobby.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Mr. Blobby.
Well, yeah, 'cause you never know who he was going to get up to, do you?
No, you don't know.
No,
Always ended up with somebody falling around or.
Childhood memories for me.
Okay, so we're getting there now. So David Bassett says, yes, the old tram bell. Yeah. I think it had fire painted on it, didn't he? Where so? Something like that. And we've been having a word with the committee, hasn't it? Colin Crompton. Can you stay away from the fire doors, please? He always used to come out with a witchy comment or two. All them programs, though, every one of them, they used to be smoking. And the room, the halls or the rooms they was in, full of smoke.
Mm.
Yeah, it's incredible how it used to be in them days. Yeah, Colin Crompton, you never saw him without a fag in his gob or his hand. And they all had pants, and you know, it was just the done thing in them days. Fag and a pint. Half a stout for the young ladies. Yeah, it was fun. So I've still got my wings to do. I've obviously prepped them with some undercoat, but I've still got my wings to do. Still got my bonnet and my radiator to do as well. So I've got them just prepped with some undercoat. And now I've got these bits to do with undercoat before I can actually paint them and put them on. So not going to put my wheels on, but my wheels could go on, no problem. So, but what I'm going to do is once this is set, I'm going to go touching my black up here, there and everywhere. So I'm going to get my black paint out now and try doing a bit of black paint, because I can't really do much else, I don't think. So, black paint. What have I done with it? There it is. So I've very nearly got stage 4 done. I've got the tank to obviously wash and dry and prime and then put on and then paint, and then that'll be stage 4 done. So I'll do that stage. I'll start off with that stage next time. So, but for now, I'm going to go into the black, and I'm going to go touching my black paint up if I can quite quickly before we shut down. So let's have it stirred. Shaken, not stirred. Well, I've done both. Shaken and stirred it. So David Bassett says he loved the musical sketches of the Two Ronnie Show with the likes of Fat Belly Jones, etc. Yeah. So Lee says, hi everyone. Hi Lee. Thanks for joining. I think you did a stream this afternoon, I think Christine was watching it, but I was busy actually in the kitchen, so I couldn't come and watch it but I will watch it back. Okay.
Yeah, I was there and saw most of it. I was doing my decals whilst watching him in the background, which is a nice thing to do. You know, I like doing that sometimes. You just watch a stream, chill out, and do your own thing, innit?
Yeah, and why not? Yeah, of course.
It's nice.
Okay, right. I'm going to try and bring this light down a little bit and get on and do some painting. Hopefully, get these bits that I've touched at the back here, and get them back black again. Be okay now over the glue. Yeah, down there, I think a little. Yeah. That. Okay. I'm at it again, aren't I? Okay. It's just a figure of speech, everyone. do.
I'm really pleased with how that's come out.
You happy with that? Yeah, jolly good. Okay, so I've got that spring to repaint on the end. A bit of the chassis. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do the okay. Knees bent, arms stretched, raw. We'll have everybody singing it before they go home. Don't know where I am.
David Bass says, are you going to be weathering on models, Alex and Dave? No, probably not for me.
No, probably not for me. Not on this one. These are just going to be in pretty new condition, if you like. Pretty nice condition. And that's because they'll be on a garage diorama for a Vauxhall Bedford garage on a diorama. So I want them to be fairly new looking. And I might have one or two of them put inside the showroom bit of the garage. Depending on how they turn out, of course. If they turn out rubbish, then I might think about that. But having said that, to diorama them, you need to start from straight off really, from doing the chassis onwards. And I actually watched a guy on YouTube. I can't think what they call him now. Showtime Special, I think they call him. No, Showtime something or other. They call him. I can't remember. Showtime. Can't remember. But I watched him do a Bedford chassis, a long wheelbase Bedford chassis of this same kit. And it was putting salt on it and everything and making it really, really good. A little brass wire brush and brushing the salt off and getting it so that it looked as though it was rusty, because he painted the chassis brown first, like a rusty brown, and then painted it over with a green, and then he put salt on it. And when he rubbed the salt off, where the salt was, it left brown patches, rusty brown patches, and it just looked as though it was rust, and it was fantastic. So I just can't remember what they call him right now. Showtime something or other. And it was brilliant. I thought, yeah, that's what I need to do if I'm going to go down that way. But I'm not going to go down that way on these.
Yeah, and for me, I think it's just down to experience. I might be able to do it, but I've got no idea about weathering or. I mean, as technical as I'm going to get is I'm just doing the bit now. I've just put it on really thinly because there's some detail there, but I'm going to try and dry brush this platform to pick out the Bedford logo.
Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't mean to say that I won't be doing one at all weathered, because I want to try and do something weathered at some point, David, in the future. As you know, I have tried and weathered that transit van on the mill that I did, which worked out okay. And I was quite happy with that. So yeah, I might try something like that out later on, by all means, but not on these.
Oh, okay. You already got me on it now.
I know, I'm sorry about that.
I'm just
probably got everybody else on it as well. Knees bent, arms stretched,
Yoki Koki with Horlixs and Dave.
Yeah. What have you been up to today? Well, I've been singing the Hokey Cokey. whilst watching telly. Yes. Alright, can I see any more? I need to cough. To have a drink. Get me drink.
So you've done your battery, haven't you?
Yeah, I've just done it black, that's all. Yeah, just done it black. Nothing special, just black. And yeah, I was thinking about doing the little silver bits on top, actually. Depending on how much of it we can see. So if I hold it there and spin it round. And spin it round again from there. Just in there. That's that. And there was just a bit in there. Yeah. It's remembering where you've scrubbed a little bit of the plastic off and fitted something to just give it a bit of touch-up paint. It's remembering where you've done it. And it's not until you put your paintbrush away that you don't find these bits. You think, oh, I missed that. Okay. Let's go under there. A little bit thin just under there. And just under there. That'll do. Don't go too mad. Right. Okay. Put it down. Not to get any pen on me, that's alright. That's okay. Got them bits there, got them bits there. Yeah. Top of the air cleaner. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's it for that. Move. That'll do for now. Day for now. Right. Well, we very nearly have a running chassis. And I haven't used my drink this time, and prove it. Okay.
Yeah, it's been it's been a really good build. It's really really enjoyable just to sit and
thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been it's had its moments for me because obviously with that prop shaft and that, but it's worked in the end, which is good. And you know, we've got pretty much a rolling chassis now, guys. So yeah, with all its bits and pieces, its springs, axles, engine, gearbox, back axle, and running boards and battery. Yeah, she's on there, and it just needs these wheels on. So one there, one there, one there, one there. So they'll go on, but I can't put them on yet. Actually, it depends on which bit the chassis is dry. Could I dry fit the back ones? No, I ain't going to dry fit the back ones. I'll leave that till next time. So because what I want to do with you guys is leave you wanting more. That's what I want to do. Leave you wanting more. So I'm pretty sure you want to see it with the wheels on. Okay. So what we got here then in the chat? Goodness me. We've got Jackie Gerald and saying raid from Anfield Road layout in the loft. Hope you're all keeping good. And I'm not too bad, thanks. Oh, that's okay, Jackie. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Jackie. Thank you.
And New Fenris Railroad says, "Hey, guys, raid from Anfield layout.
Welcome.
So, hello, welcome. Yes." And then we've got David Bassett saying, Daft DMC, fantastic. In Aylesbury, we have a statue of Ronnie Barker sat on a wall in his Porridge prison uniform, looking up at the Waterside Theatre. He started out at Old One long gone. So Jackie says, D, it's Jackie. And Darth says, instead of a man taking over from Ronnie C, it's a buxom woman instead. And she asks, what size knockers are you looking for? Yes. So Ian Campbell says, with these kits, can the wheels turn? ? They are not supposed to turn. The wheels will go onto the axles. Let me just see if I've got a dry bit. The wheels will go onto the axles. So you push them onto the axles, but they're not supposed to turn. So, okay. Unfortunately. So David Bassett says, Darth, that would have been brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. And DR says, at Ian Campbell. Okay. So yeah, New Fenris Railroad. Yeah, if you want to join us on sub tours, we're going to be doing all sorts model wise on some of the things that we get involved with on our new channel. So pretty much like the Northern Model Builders was. So let me put that on for Ian Campbell as well, that side look. So now we've got these back wheels on. Is that dry there? Is that dry there? So yeah, it's got some back wheels on. And the front wheels obviously go on the axle there, but I haven't tried them yet. So I'm pretty sure I'll have to take the paint off. But yeah, they're just a static model really, with some very lifelike tyres and wheels, which is good. 1/24 scale. And they're made by EMHAR, EMHAR.
All right, I'm very nearly done.
Okay.
I've just got to do one more paint up of silver quickly on this exhaust.
Okay.
And then I'm ready to stop.
Yeah.
Because then everything's drying fully, and then I'll see what it looks like, and I'll give it another coat. I mean, it's already had a couple of coats, everything.
Yeah.
But
we've made good progress. We really have. So, and yeah, I don't want to make the progress too long, too much, because otherwise, you know, the build will be over before we know it, won't it? But yeah,
very true.
I'm very, very happy with the progress we've got so far. When this dries, I'll put the front wheels on and just rub them axle stubs off, because the paint on the axle stubs is too much for the tires, for the wheels. So yeah, and I'll maybe stick them on as well, or I might do that next stream we do with this. So I'd like to see a rolling chassis.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be at that stage next week.
Yeah, you're not far off now, are you? And then before you know it, you'll be well ahead of me. Oh. If you think this is off the ground a little bit, it is. It's sat on top of two Tamiya paintings.
But there is still a lot to come, isn't there? Because we've got the crane.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the rigging for the crane.
Yeah. Quite a bit of detail to put in. Cab windows. There's bonnet hinges and sides and all that malarkey, and the wings and the bodywork. Yeah, there is a lot to do. There's a lot inside the cab as well on stage 10. Yeah, there's quite a lot inside the cab to do, I've noticed, and so obviously there's the bulkhead to do on the cab, and then where your seats go and everything. So I've got some. I think I've got some brand somewhere, especially for the seats. So, because I'm not going to do mine in black or anything like that. I think I'm going to do them in brown. So, the good thing about this is that you do get a paint guide as well on both suggestions. So you can read the paint guide, and you can choose which one you want to do, and you choose which paint guide you want. So yeah, there's all sorts of different color options, and as Horlicks was saying earlier, we've got the Brook on there, which is the one that Horlicks is doing, and then there's also the other one, the North Worcestershire Garage, Vauxhall Cars. So yeah, pretty good, pretty darn good.
Right.
It's good that they give you options, and then I've noticed in the kits also they give you other bits that belong to other kits, like pretty much as though there were spares or something.
Yeah, which is a bit confusing. So I was having a look through, and I was like, "Oh, what do I prime?" So I don't want to waste primer for something I'm not going to need. And,
yeah.
But yeah. Okay, I think I'm at a stage where I can pack it in.
Okay,
so
well,
the exhaust done.
Oh, sorry. Go on. Yeah.
I've got the exhaust done. I've got this all painted black, a couple of coats on there, so I think that's all done.
Yeah. Lovely.
The suspension's all done and painted up, and the leaf springs.
Lovely.
So that's all going to dry. The battery had one coat. You can still see some marks, but that'll have another coat next week probably.
Yeah.
And the rear axle is got a couple or 3 coats on, so it's gone from that repelling to beautiful shine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Smashing.
So I'm really happy with that. and I've obviously done the foot plate, or no, the battery, whatever it's going to be for. I've can still see the Bedford detail in there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to gently try and dry brush that.
Yeah.
At some point and see if I can get that to stick out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But that needs another coat, very light coat. And then the engine, I'm going to call that done, apart from the ends of the gearbox, which I've just got to do in black, which I'll probably do next week or next time.
Yeah.
I might even do it off stream, so we're ready to put this into the chassis next week. But I've done all the silver bits and the bits that I need to do on that, so that's come out really nice.
Looks very cool.
Nice shine on some parts, and I've done the cap silver at the top rather than the black.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And I might just touch up. I might just pick out some detail here, maybe with my chrome pen, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
And then obviously, as you can see, the back, which obviously is way ahead, but I've done this side of the decals. I just need to do the other side.
Yeah.
Then I can give that. I haven't even bought any yet, but I'm going to get some like 2K clear coat stuff to spray over just to protect them. Give it a nice shine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really, really happy with what I have managed and achieved so far. I think I didn't think I'd be able to get results like this, but personally, I couldn't be happier with these.
Good.
They're nowhere near perfect, probably, to a professional, but to me, these look absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's the main. So long as you're happy with it, which is good, and it looks good too to me. So, and I'm pretty sure it does to the audience as well. So in the chat with Anfield Road, Lee says it's a good stream. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Lee.
And then D Harris says that in a couple of weeks, you two gents have got far compared to me. Took mine from the box 3 months ago. Still haven't touched it. Goodness me.
Oh God, have you got? I'm sorry. Have you got one of these? Did you buy one of these as well?
Did you buy one of these Bedfords? So, and then Darth DMC said he did a few sketches which saw one play a store owner and the other playing an annoying customer. Yeah. And we all remember the 3 candles, don't we? Which was 4 candles. 4 candles. Now I want some 4 candles. So he gave him 4 candles and said, "No, I want 4 candles. Handles for forks."
Oh. Oh dear. Right. Well.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah. Cameras up. I can. Come on. Facing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's my ugly mug. Yeah, quite a lot to do in a short space of time. But having said that, short space of time, we've been on here just over 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Time goes fast when you're having fun.
Yeah, certainly does.
I think it is.
So, yeah.
I don't think I haven't made loads of progress really. All I've really achieved is just another coat of paint on the engine, on the stream, and just painting things black. But
yeah,
it takes time, and when you're sitting in nattering away and listening, and it's good.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed it. So
yeah, absolutely. Bit of something different, eh? And I'm really pleased with the progress we've got so far as well. So, because obviously it's coming along.
Oh wow, yeah,
it's coming along, isn't it? So,
yeah, I'm hoping to be about that next week. Hopefully,
really pleased. with how it's got so far. So, and this is a short wheelbase one as well. So I'm looking forward to getting into the long wheelbase one. So, and yeah. So I think D has replied. He has replied there, and it says, "No, not one of the EMHAR kits. It's a Revel 132 Gulf War Tornado, big kit. Yeah, it will be big at 132, won't it? So Gulf War Tornado, fantastic." And for the layout says, "Put pin vise drill through my fingers on my live stream." Oh my goodness me!
No.
Oh my goodness me! So I bet that was painful. So Crafty Chris says, "Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, love."
Thank you, Chris.
And D says, "Night, Chris." Oh. So there we go. Back to
Lovely. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did. Knackered, but I really did enjoy that, and it's just nice just to chill and
just to chill out and build, and no pressure.
Yeah,
really. You know,
yeah.
I think with a lab build and everything, you're under a lot of pressure. Whereas this, you can take it as fast or as slow as you want, can't you?
Yeah, that's it. Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy. So, right, well. The Hamish just says he's got another 9 Revel kits. Like the quality, I like the quality of their kits. Yeah.
Wow.
That's brilliant. I mean, the thing is, it takes me months just to do one. So, like, I know what you mean. Like, they'll see you for life, I guess, will they?
Yeah, I would have thought so. That.
But they're great value for money, really. I mean, they are expensive, but when you think about how much time you have with them, and they are worth it, every penny. So,
yeah, you can stand back and say, "Well, I built that."
Yeah.
Or that's a kit. You can't buy that anywhere else, but it's a kit. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I don't know how many kits I've got, but I've got quite a few, and it's going to take me a long time to get through them, so I don't need to buy any more. I can't afford to buy any more anyway. So it's good enough as it is to see me through for 3, 4, 5, 6 years or more yet. So all right, don't need anything else.
Well, that's it. Once we've done that, and then you started on the other ones, and just see them all through. And it's at that point when you look around and you think, "Oh, I've done everything." Then you can treat yourself maybe to another one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But as you say, you've a lot to do and catch up on. You've got all these models you got, so
yeah.
Well, that can't be helped sometimes, though, can it? Because you see something and you go, "Oh, that looks cool," and then you buy it, thinking, "I'll do that one day," and then that's how it starts.
That's how we get a big stash. Well, that's if you've got the money to buy them. That is, but
yeah.
Goodness me, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. I suppose, well, they don't go off, do they? They don't have a expanded date or anything, so as long as you buy fresh glue and everything, you're all right, aren't you? So
yeah.
So Dee says I got them two Christmases ago and a couple on the Father's Day, and then one thing leads to another, and then models take a back seat. Yeah, I understand that, Dee. Yeah, I understand that a lot. So, but yeah, it's just been nice to chill out and do a bit of something completely and utterly different, and something that I'm interested in as well. So, yeah, and we're building along with friends. Yeah. So, and thank you all for sticking with us and watching.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we better go, haven't we?
Yeah, we better let everyone enjoy the rest of their evening, and yeah, that's it then until such as next week, I guess. We'll keep you posted when we do another one. I'm sure it won't be far away because I'm eager to crack on. But yeah, look forward to some more. So yeah, well, that's it for me, really. Again, as Dave said, thank you everyone for watching. And tomorrow is, all being well, is Yorkshire Crafter and Crafty Chris and Disney Doll's House.
Yeah.
So look out for that. And then, that'd be it, I think. And then we'll let you know what's going on Tuesday on tomorrow's stream.
Yeah. We will.
So,
okay. What are you reading?
Oh no, it's right. Yeah, I was just checking. We haven't missed anything. So Lee just says good night. So yeah, that's it. So it's good night from me. Have a good evening, and see you on another show in the week.
And it's a good night from me as well. So good night. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Night, everyone.
Good night.